What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you from the post-ban announcement world. Woo! Unfortunately, it is not yet, it hasn't taken effect yet on the client. It's going to happen a little later today for me in my time zone. It's already almost the 30th, but yeah, the announcement is out, and no big surprises, honestly. Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Bankbuster, Invoke Despair. Honestly, I couldn't be happier. Not only are we going to be getting plenty of wildcards back, we also can say goodbye to Rakdos Midrange as we've known it. I have a feeling that that is going to be a project for the next couple of days. Like, can we still build Rakdos with Chandra and make it more of a control, Rakdos control, as opposed to, mid-range with creatures and stuff. I've actually been working on, for a long time, a Jund deck, and it was only running 3 copies of Invoke Despair as the only cards that were hit from today's announcement. So I've gone into the deck, I've made a few adjustments, and I've come up with something that I think might be a really good way to go if you're into this type of strategy. And, Invoke Despair was good, but by playing Jund, we can also do a lot of the things that Invoke Despair was doing for us anyway. With other instant and sorceries. So trying to maximize the Chandra, really showcasing Chandra front and center in tonight's brew. So without further ado, let's jump right into it, shall we? Jund control. Took me, I've been putting the reps in with this one, guys. Lots of adjustments to mana base, to numbers of spells and things. This is the final version for now. So as I said, really focusing in on Chandra over here as a 3 of 26 lands. Let's play with Chandra. Surely. Where's Chandra?
Hey, over here.
Doink. Let's play with Chandra. Surely. You can't be playing. Oh wait, no, it always goes back to the top. Ugh. I always forget to do that. Gotta wait for it all to load. There she is. Gorgeous. Alright, sorry about that. The initial versions, there was only 2 of these, and I believe 1 less. What was it that I added? Maybe there was 1 less land or something, and then we had the there was 1 less Gix's command, I think, and there was 3 Invoke Despairs. Now I got rid of the Invoke Despairs and I did this. I think it's still gonna be just freaking fine. We've got, stuff for mono red aggro and other aggro decks, namely Brotherhood Zan, the cut downs, go for the throat. We've also got Gix's command as another sweeper, so 6 sweepers in total. I feel pretty okay against that kind of strategy. I think the other strategy that's going to really be cropping up more than it already was now that the bans have been announced is going to be Selesnya Enchantments, also considering how well it did at the recent Arena Championship. So for that reason, we're running 3 Tear Asunders and 2 Unleash the Infernos. These both are great ways of dealing with artifacts and enchantments, as well as the Exile just being phenomenal, especially against enchantments with all that recursive stuff that they got going on. Then we've got the Riveteers Charm in here. These are basically the reasons why we're splashing green into what is essentially a Rakdos deck. The Tear Asunder, the Riveteers Charm, and the Unleash the Inferno. The Riveteers Charm, amazing as well, because I think another strategy that's going to continue to be very strong is Reanimator. Even though they lost Fable of the Mirror Breaker, they can easily replace it. I think as far as finding discard outlets, there's the enchantment that gives everything haste for 1 mana. There's so many things that discard. Everything under the sun discards. So I think Atraxa, that didn't get hit in the ban announcement, is going to continue to be a great top end, be it ramp or some kind of reanimation. So I think All the modes on this are great against that. You can force the opponent to sacrifice the creature or planeswalker with the highest mana value. That's almost always going to be a Traxxas at 7 mana, as well as, you know, occasionally being also removal for a planeswalker. And then the exile target player's graveyard at instant speed. You know, you wait for that third chapter of the Gix's Cruelty of Gix to tick up, you know, go on the stack, and then they select whatever it was that they were going to reanimate, and then you just Riveteers Charm. Bye-bye, whole graveyard gone. It's amazing. I've done it, you know, done it in testing plenty of times. And of course, we're still playing now on the ladder before the bans have taken effect, so there's a good chance that we'll still run into you know, people with Fable of the Mirror Breaker getting their last few games in before the bans hit. But the second mode there, exiling top 3 cards of your library, you know, that's also been great. A little bit of card advantage. You know, also considering that we now no longer get to play with Bankbuster and a shell like this, which would have fit a 2 of like that, no problem. Just cut these top ends down again, put in 2 Bankbusters. Deck would have probably been just better altogether. So, yeah, wherever we can sneak some card advantage, there's the Riveteers Charm as well as the big score to draw us some cards. And that's the deck. I don't feel I really need to go into much detail about all the other things that are going on here. You know, they all make pretty much sense. Also like that playing Jund, we have the green mana if we ever want to flip an Etali without paying any life for that. Breach, going to be hitting Sheoldreds, Etalis, and Sheoldreds, and most importantly, our own copies of Chandra and something nice from the opponent. And then, considering how low the creature count is, the +1 on Chandra is going to be amazing because we're almost always going to get a double spell off. And we've also got the alternate win con of big old light up the night at the opponent's face with Chandra on the board. Okie dokie. Jund control. Let's jump into some games. See how the deck performs on the Mythic ladder. I probably should be running these tests, you know, after the ban takes hold. But I've honestly just been postponing the video with this deck for so long. I really just want to showcase it. It's been freaking amazing. When it goes off, it goes off. I just wish the win rates were a little bit higher. I think probably, you know, considering Invoke going to be gone, anything that tries to, like, jam Chandra in the top end, we'll probably try some, like, Is It Chandra, some Jeskai Chandra and stuff like that in the coming days. I haven't been playing enough with that Planeswalker. It's really fun. 4 lands. You know, so we got something to build towards the big score, and then some removal in the interim terms, and whatever we get off the top. I think that's a great, keepable hand. Oh, the mono white midrange and all kind of that sort of mid-rangey stuff is it's gonna be coming back with a vengeance. Okay. The Restoration of Igenju. Let's keep going towards our big score plan here. Mr. Orzhov, huh? Probably still running. Let's see what they play. Either we Tear Asunder something, or big score. Aha! Sure.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you. Guards, to me.
So now it's at 3, which is Brotherhood's endable. I think we're gonna do this. As well as this. Does he have the hexproof spell? Soul partitions his own Eiganjo. Very nice. Very nice, my friend. Mr. Xeno Threat. Alright, let's go. Let's score big. Not amazing.
I
That's
guess
one less
that's it then.
wandering person. I wish this had gone with the ban, guys. I promise you, this is like and this is it's gonna be a great new place to be after this actually goes through. I cannot wait, honestly, to see how it shakes up the meta. This card is too strong. We can discard one Kix's command. We'll probably crew up the Bank Buster. I don't know if he's preferring to draw or attack. Cool. Little doggo. This is probably Breach, just as much as mine. Uh-huh. Well, I don't want to cost nothing. So I'm gonna, what? But no creatures to bring back. Because, I mean, whatever. He can have a Celestis activation. We can both draw and, you know, do something with the Riveteers Charm. I'm still deciding whether it's going to have to be, you know, what's it going to have to be. Hello. Hello. Okay, so now we're not going to use the Riveteers Charm, I don't think. Although he's probably just got in, like, ossifications and whatnot aplenty. Opponent has the 7 mana for a Breach. Let's see if he has one, as I am presuming no. Okay. Woohoo. Well, alright. Chandra enters the battlefield.
I will burn Phyrexia to ash. We can do this together.
Wrong card, sorry. I'm hoping he goes for the card draw on the Bank Buster now.
Fight with your heart.
Damn it. Then I could have killed both the... Yeah. It's got to be the Buster that goes. I don't want to have that pilot crewing anything and... Chandra does take a fairly bad hit there. And he's probably just got freaking ossification, which would be so frustrating.
greet our enemies.
You won't win so easily. You can't snuff my flames.
Why, hello there.
I can't stand by when evil threatens them. It's what you deserve.
Oh, God, I'm so bored of this card, people. Okay, it's +1 time. Oh, no. Not Etali.
This'll work.
Bye-bye, Planeswalkers.
It's now or never.
These are not really gonna do it. Riveteers Charm, people. Oh, you gotta love it. You got to love it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Off you go, my friend. You are playing the inferior color combination. Jund power. You know, it does like make the mana base a little, or let's say a lot more clunky, even though we got the triomes and whatnot. But Rakdos now has no way of dealing with enchantments, and Tear Asunder and all of that has just been so good. Also, you know, there's still plenty of people playing Fables right now, of course, and so, you know, usually I have cut down for the shaman, and ooh. Brotherhood's end looking great here. Cut down for the shaman. Should we do it now? Yeah. And then Tear Asunder for the, you know, the Fable. And it's not clean. It hardly ever is. But also Unleash the Inferno. Kill the shaman, blows up the thing. It's also really nice. Sure. They play counter spells sometimes. Oh, okay. That's fine. It basically did what I want. We don't have any, you know, urgent threat. Land would have been better, honestly. Little soldiers, meh, 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 meh. Are you serious, mate? You found like 3 Harbins? Top Deck City, baby! Off you go! God, I love Brotherhood's End against soldiers. It's just... Okay, sure, man. Whatever you say, dude. That's all 4 Harbins. Bye. Oh, Shelly. Shelly, how are you? Sneaky one-offs. Making an arrival on the scene. Perfect, and that lines us up for Chandra next turn. I'd rather just be careful and play a Shelly. Yeah, I think we've probably turned this one around. They didn't find any of their, like, draw card dudes, whatever his name is. I've never seen anybody playing the Survivor of Corliss. Maybe it's a one-of. But yeah, the you know... Oh, that's great. Play another creature. Perfection. Therefore, I can go like this. Didn't want a little 1/1 to deal with. How many... I was just gonna say. How many of your creatures do I have to kill before you decide to get out of here? Ooh. Alright, alright. So far, so good. Even against people still playing old cards. I've been loving it. I promise you. If we get a nice undefeated run with this one after the adjustments, I'll be like, okay, we didn't even really need the Invoke Despair. I mean, it was obviously one of the nicest things to copy with Chandra. But we can probably get around, you know, doing something else. Double Breach ain't bad either. No green for the Tear Asunder or the Unleash the Inferno, but plenty of mana, and now also a 2... no! No! Oh, phew. Okay. Anything but mono blue, honestly, like... Alright. Is it soldiers again and they just don't have a card in hand, or... Oh, that's a feel bad, my friend. Aha. Mr. Rampy. So maybe it's gonna be the Thran Spider on turn 3. Huh? Okay, so I'm gonna go for the move here. This is not looking good. And if he decides to counter, that leaves the path open for next turn to do something. That sucks. Come on, 26 lands. And, you know, plenty of green sources, but no. Of course not.
Finally, I'm home. Keep watch for intruders.
Okay, so it's just, I don't know what. I honestly have no idea what's going on right now. Wow! Ah, wow, man. Oh my goodness, 26 lands in the deck. Just throwing that out there one more time. I guess the one thing we can say is the opponent's having the same problems. Drew a land, still not the right color. There's probably some Urzas happening around these parts. I think we can happily discard Cut Down. It's just ridiculous, man. Woo! Okay. Now I'm feeling a bit better about stuff and things and whatnot. I can Riveteers Charm. I've got... Hello. I had a feeling you'd make an appearance, my dear fellow. It's worth a try. No ramp for you, mister. I think it's gonna be down to how many counterspells is he running. We need to wait for a window when it feels like he's, you know, the shields are down at just a touch. I wish I had more green. More green would be just fantastic, honestly. Thank you. Try and force out a counterspell here. It's one less counterspell for the, breach that I want to land. Draw 2. No good. Let's get rid of that cityscape leveler. Sunfall, huh? I have the 2 for a make disappear. That's all I'm saying. You could have the other counterspell that oh, wow. Nice, mate. That was pretty the last thing I was expecting. Mirror shell crab, everybody. Disgusting. Blinky, blinky.
Thank you for your help.
Double Brotherhood's End incoming. Let's go. You've got another crab. I'm gonna lose my mind. Thank you.
Time is up. Let's cycle away this proving ground, even though we are a bit low on green sources. Haha! Hello! So good of you to stop by. There's a reforged legacy in the house. Probably blink his own Mightstone, draw some cards. Very nice. I'll handle this one.
Great addition to this deck, actually. Ooh, I'm kind of getting excited to jam it.
Win.
Woo! It's Chandra time, baby!
This war ends today. There's never a bad time to improvise.
What do we lose there? Nothing too scary.
Double big score next turn, I think, is the way to go. Who's the control deck now, Mr. Azorius? Booyah, gotcha. Chandra in the house. Get freaking stuffed, mate. That was glorious. Oh, so glorious. He just knew what was coming. Gonna double big score next turn, draw a freaking buttload of cards, and then find something like a breach to just double breach. You know, okay, no, we wouldn't have been able to double because it only triggers once a turn, but you know what I'm saying. And you know, it's the win that counts. Wow, guys, undefeated against quite a plethora of different weird decks. So honestly, quite happy with the current iteration. Let's go for a final match here. Let's see how we're doing for time. Yeah, maybe we can even squeeze a couple in, depending on how quickly they go. And then we'll talk some shop, discuss post-ban shenanigans, look at some stats from the deck. No. No. Wow. Okay. Probably should have kept that other Brotherhood's End. Mono. Another great reason to be playing freaking what's his face? Tear Asunder. Can't complain with that. The lands keep flowing. We get to Brotherhood's End, whatever's coming, without pain lands. We've also got potential charm. Let's go for the throw at you. Mono red down to one card in hand is where you want mono red to be, honestly. Like, hello there, my dear fellow. So good of you to stop by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Guess we're gonna just Etali it up next turn, and we can kill whatever he plays next with the Riveteers Charm. Back into the very top end of the 90% Mythic, just in time for the end of the season. And also, plenty of time for a final match, and hopefully we can go undefeated for tonight's gameplay footage with Jund control. 0 invoked despairs required. Chandra, epic card. So nice. I'm going to be trying, like I said earlier, every Chandra thing I can think of over the next couple of days. I'm pretty keen to break that card in. The main place it's seen any play has been this Rakdos Breach deck, but maybe we can do something more interesting. Great hand. Just because of the big score, I always feel a bit more comfortable. Here we go. Here's the domain lads. Let's see if we can handle domain. Tear Asunder for the... what are they called? The domain flash enchantment that I can never remember the name of. Aha! Shark boy, off you go. Another ridge. Probably just can discard the... However, I think Brotherhood's End's probably quite a dead card in this matchup. It's just the... everything has 4 toughness, you know? Let's chuck the Brotherhood's End. Keep as much mana as we can.
Now we're getting ready for some Atraxa nonsense, right? So he just needs to play land next turn and hit us with Atraxa, Etali, whatever stupid thing he has going. So great. Also great for our Breach, you know, which if we top deck next turn we can cast. Dang it! Just dang it! This guy also probably plays that Angel. With the kicker Angel. There he is. Okay. Ba-doink! And... Ah! Oh, I thought he got my Etali there for a second. Freaking terrified. I guess he can burn my treasures. Yay. Whew. My heart was racing.
Who you're messing with. Use it wisely.
It'll do an extra 1, which makes it a total of 4. And then that way, Light Up the Night stays, you know, in the yard. It doesn't get exiled. So we can use the flashback thing. Now, if he uses the enchantment to get rid of our Chandra, we can Tear Asunder. And you can bet your bottom dollar that he's got that enchantment because of the Chrome Host interaction with it. Ho! Ho ho ho! There it is. Fine.
Find another way.
Nah. We have a bit of an issue here with these bunch of 3/3s, unfortunately. But this is pretty...
We have to win this fight. Ooh, you'll never guess what I do next.
Okay. Okay. No. Oh, bugger. We can't lose these breaches, so we can't use the big score. But we're also going to lose the Chandra anyway. But that's okay, because then we can breach. So that's okay. Breach, get Chandra back. Value.
It's now or never.
One mana short from being able to also tear asunder a couple more. And then ensuring our Chandra stays. But he sees the breach. Maybe he'd rather go face. Let's see. I doubt it though. Yeah, the double breach is too much. That's Chandra down.
Still hope.
Is he gonna slap us with a Truxa? So I think we can, if I've done my math right. 1, 2, 3, 4. If we get one more land off the top. No, even if we get the land, we can't do the thing. But we're gonna sneak his Etali now with the breach and hopefully hit something good. Wow, this is gonna be the thing, man. I promise you. After the bans, this is gonna be the de facto best deck. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it. Oh yes.
To light the
We hit a
darkness.
breach. We hit a breach. And we got our own beasts.
Scorching
Double breach. We hit their... We get our Etali. And their Atraxa. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Now we gotta start to worry about, like, getting, you know, too many cards out of... Yeah. Like, I'm gonna leave some stuff in my deck. Ha! What a turn. Oh no. We just milled ourselves. Ah! We die. We have nothing we can do here, right? Oh, mate, we just milled ourselves. I should have left all the cards in the library from the Atraxa. That was a huge mistake.
Let's go big.
No, we can't even use this. Oh, no. One card difference. Good game, mate. Hey, a funny way to end things off. I'm happy with that defeat. It was definitely close. I should have just been more careful. Honestly, like anyone at the Pro Tour level would have noticed that potential mill myself problem. And we could have just... What we should have done is, I think if we'd left those 3 cards in the library off of the Atraxa, then we wouldn't have had that issue. Or we could have just, not taken his Atraxa, but I guess it just looked too juicy there. What a turn. Alright, so how are we doing for time? 43 minutes in. That's just perfect, guys. Very nice. I think overall did prove that there is something to be said about Jund control. The modifications I made with the 3 breaches and the 3 Chandras, I think 3 breaches might be a bit much. So as we just saw there, even if we just get like 1 breach off at some point and then we double breach again with a Chandra at another point, it might just be a little bit too crazy. So I can imagine just slipping in, whatever else. Trying to think what else we could play here that would be, worthwhile. I was thinking about this as one of the new Jund cards. I don't know. Oh, make some lands that attack. Nothing crazy in the Jund colors that I would specifically be like, okay, we got to play that. But I think that is the one sort of wiggle room. I like the 3 Chandras. I'm a huge fan of the 3 Chandras. So what would you put? Could we play another Unleash the Inferno, another Riveteers Charm? Do we go a little heavier on the creatures, put in more Sheoldreds and whatnot? I think if we're going control, probably just go for like maybe another Sheoldred's Edict. And just like really ensure nothing hits the board. But I'll leave that up to you. That's going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to, leave me a thumbs up, a comment, and of course a subscription. I will see you all in the next one, which will be actual post-ban standard. So stay tuned, and until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.